Hello everyone, how are you doing? Hope you're having a great day so far. Welcome to the Demoscene report of the 16th of July 2025, where I summarize all the latest news and releases from the active Demoscene community. Hopefully it helps some of you keep up to date with all things Demoscene related. Everything that I mentioned on this video report will be linked on the description below, so you can check things at your own leisure later on. It will also be listed on the Demoscene forum thread, where we list all of the different Demoscene reports there. This week in particular, we'll take a deeper look at the Demoscene releases from Shadow Party that took place in France, and also from Sommarhack 2025, the Atari demo party in Sweden. There was also Black Valley in Norway and D-Halt in Russia taking place this past weekend, but we'll leave the deep dive on those two parties for next week's report. So I hope you got yourself a drink already, kick back, relax. Let's talk some Demoscene. Starting off with a promised look at the releases from Shadow Party that took place a couple of weeks ago in GliGli and Argonne in France. You might have seen 1 or 5 of their invitations, released a revision this past year. It's a relatively small party with a very chilled out ambient, lots of chiptune concerts that I saw on the live stream, some different competitions, and even a shitter jam session with a DJ set by my beloved Alkama. Taking a look at the competitions in particular, we had the fantasy console size competition for intros up to 256 bytes. We had 3 entries there. In third place, Barbecue is Resistance by 592C63 of Aikai Koshi for the Nano Jammer fantasy console. Then Geeko representing TIC80 getting second place, and Marquee Design the winner here with a 128 byte intro for the Micro W8. The new school demo competition had a filler entry by Poke. Then in 5th place, another entry on the Asterix series of cryptic demos full of numbers, Yuyon by Asterisk. Shanti getting 4th place with a bash script for Linux, doing some command line text animations and even playing some sounds. It's called Ooh La Bash. In 3rd place, a shader code based demo by Velocity. It was looking pretty good. 2nd place to a short techno demo by Totetmat. Envie d'être une techno saucisse. Will live inside a techno sausage. And the winner, Squirrel Attack, a fast-made demo by RBBS with some squirrels attacking a thing. I found it particularly funny that the winner demo at Shadow Party did not render any shadows whatsoever. Then we had a new school graphics competition with 6 entries overall. Last place to Yogi Beer with his usual surrealist cartoon style, really good looking here. 5th place for an executable graphics entry by Yappa Photo with some sausage and fractal broccoli here rendered very well. In 4th place, a collegial Japanese cat girl sketch by Mikrotine. In 3rd place, a super cool drawing by Exoset here. Really love the colors on this one. 2nd place, this rendered scene of cubes with a cyberspace Tron movie aesthetic sort of vibe. Satron by Voxel. And the winner was Huntress by Likan, sketched with watercolor in the usual Forest Diad style. Great image. Congratulations, Likan, on winning Shadow Party's new school graphics competition. Really like this one. Then we had the old school demo competition with a lot of platform diversity as well. In 5th place, we had an Atari 2600 intro by Flush. Sharing 3rd place, we had a joke demo for the PlayStation by Bjorn and a little demo for the Amstrad CPC by CPC Capacitator, one of those. In 2nd place, we had a demo for the Amiga OCS by LGC with some references to the party place itself. And the winner was a music disc by Kiki Productions and Saturn for the Amiga AGA, full-fledged music disc. I believe 4 tracks included there. The old school graphics competition had 7 entries, a few joke entries, and a very solid top 4. 592C63 getting 4th place here with an Atari ST entry. Super Neonic versus the very nasty Wicked Bees. In 3rd place, we had Strawberry by Likan for the Amiga. Then we had Jock of Dreamweb getting second place with a reference to Dune. Jock has been sending entries to a lot of demo parties this year, getting another second place here. And the winner was Exoset with an entry for the Thomson computers called Enemy at the Gate Array. Great composition, love the color palette. Congratulations, Exoset, a really lovely image here. There were a few more graphics competitions at Shadow Party. The photo competition, for example, had a total of 16 entries. A lot of nice entries in them, as we can see here. I'll scroll past them somewhat slowly so you can actually see what I'm showing. Atari reference there. And the winner was Orange Cube by Cecile, a photo of this structure with a very interesting geometric architecture. They also had a sticker competition with only 3 entries. It was won by Exoset with 8-bit energy. And they also had a text mode graphics competition, also with only 3 entries in particular. And this one was won by the Holy Trinity by 59-C63 Aikai Koshi for the Pico 8, which is not a very common platform for text mode competitions. The streaming music competition was won by Docklands of the Overlanders with the Abyss track, and the tracked music competition was won by Masumi Komuro with Sneaky Mishi. In second place, Lightspeed Cruise by Puale by only 1 single point. Was actually my favorite track from the competition for the LSDJ. And then we had a wild competition with a fast entry by Mindbrandon here, then a data visualization of Demoscene platform of releases generated by Totetmat based out of data from Demoscene. Very nice galaxy here of Demoscene Productions. Stickers plate 0x02 by 59-C63 with some nice pixel art here as well. Then a fun little demo for the browser, a video of Taki Bunker playing his CRT monitors to generate some drum sounds, a fun video by Callisto Captain, Spinal and Marex, and a new intro for the Game Buino platform, which is not very common platform, and also a new demo for the TIC 80, which was probably my favorite from the competition overall. A good little demo by No Idea here. In second place, we had the video rendered using Lightwave edited by Voxel of Saturn, and the winner was a funny hand 3D animation video with some very comic vocal sound effects by Gaziel. Congratulations, Gaziel, on winning the Wild competition at Shadow Party 2025. Meanwhile, in Sweden, we had the 17th edition of Sommarhack demo party happening, dedicated entirely to the Atari. Not many competitions on this party, but all of them had pretty good quality of entries. So let's take a look, starting with the 256-byte intro competition. The last place went to a little invitation for Silly Venture Summer Edition that's taking place in a few weeks. Third place to the Atari Jaguar remake of Starpath. The original was by Desire for DOS, then demade for the Apple II by Dieter, and here remade by 42 Bastion for the Atari Jaguar. In second place, we had a full screen diagonal scroller of the Space Invaders character in 256 bytes for the Atari ST, and the winner was a remake under 256 bytes of the Sine Table Dots or Lines Record effect. Working in full frame rate here, looking very good work by the Flying Egg of Omega here. The 32K competition was won by Tau of Cream with a tribute track to Modmate, who sadly passed away earlier this year. The demo competition screened the 6-year late final version of Motus by SMFX, which was disqualified from the competition because it was previously released, but still pretty nice to see a final version of this demo in particular. Then in fifth place, we had DMA Bliss, a single screen collaboration demo between Effect Ephedrina and SMFX. In fourth place, we had the surprise of the comp, at least for me, No Greets to Speaker, a remake of a ZX Spectrum demo by Sip Crew from 2018, with this very depressed and hateful self-reflection message on demo making. Here entirely remade for the Atari's ST, and also as a sort of acknowledgement to Speaker of SMFX for his active role in the Atari scene for so many years now. Decadence in third place with a punk grindcore track about someone stealing their beer apparently. Please stop stealing Decadence's beer or they will make more Atari Falcon demos about you. In second place, That Hacker Society with a very stylish monochrome high resolution crack throw for the Atari ST with a new music driver. And the winner was Avena and Reservoir Gods with a conceptual message demo exploring fluid motion particles and using very stylish color palettes here as well. Worthy winner of the competition. Congratulations, Avena and Reservoir Gods. There was also a write-up available if you want to know more about how it was put together. Check out the link on DemoZoo. Then we had the low-res graphics competition. It only had 5 entries, but all were pretty good pixel art. You can see some entries by 59-C62, Platon 42, 59-C63 again. Hilst here with a pixel art conversion of what I believe is an AI generated image. It got second place. Still a lot of work converting it to Atari resolution, and you can spot a lot of manual dithering work here on this one. So yeah, very nice image from Hilst here. And the winner was a handmade pixel artwork by Nitrik with some amazing dithering on the smoke there and on the fire. So congratulations, Nitrik, on winning this competition at Sommarhack. Then we had the mixed resolution demo competition at the Sommarhack. A unique challenge for this year was to use 2 different resolution modes on the same screen at the same time. The techniques were known and previously used a few times on a few other productions, but never to the degree that you see abused on these 3 demos presented here. Defense Force did a joke on a modern trend of vibe coding using assisted AI tools while showcasing both horizontal and vertical splits on overscan mode. Source code available on GitHub if you want to nerd out about it. In second place, we had Double Res Trouble by Dead Hacker Society with some very interesting use of the mixed resolution to show different versions of the same image and a couple of other effects as well. Very clean presentation, great graphics, getting them a very worthy second place as well. And the winner was A Letter to Sommarhack, a 64K intro by Effect with a mid-resolution and roll resolution effect running on top of each other at the same time. I believe it uses the aliasing mask to show the pixels where the other resolution would be. That's my educated guess. Please read the scroller for the correct technical information on how this was implemented. I am not an Atari coder. This is not official financial advice. Extra points for breaking current existing emulators. It doesn't work on most of the emulators for Atari that exist out there. So yeah, crack out your old Atari and play it on real hardware. There were a couple more competitions at Sommarhack as well. The Neochrome raster split photo had 15 entries of photo conversions using this known raster split trick to allow more high color range to images on the Atari STE. The winner was this one, Puking Duck by Platon 42 of Desire. And then there was the wild competition as well for everything else that didn't quite fit the other competitions, including the public release of the ymVST music disc from Fridman that had won the demo competition last year at Sommarhack, but was never released in public. I had made fun of it before in the past. Finally it is here, finally good to see a fixed version coming out. Good intro on the music disc, very good tracks as well. Thank you for the release, Iphidrina, about time. Other release included a little game for the Atari 2600, a streaming music entry by Docklands, a music disc by Aggression for the Atari STE, also looking and sounding pretty good, and the winner of the competition was Atari Dash, a little scroller jumping game for the Atari ST made by Sync. And those were all of the entries released at Sommarhack this year. A lot of nice releases like I had mentioned. Hope you have an Atari ready to play them on real hardware. There were a few other things that were announced throughout the week as well that I want to cover. openSUSE Conference 2025 had a talk, an introduction to WebAssembly with SDL and C++, or porting audio production software to run in your browser. which is a mouthful, but talks a lot about, for example, different tracker software projects being ported to WebAssembly to run on the web browser. So very interesting talk, especially if you like converting old stuff to working on the browser. Then FairLight TV episode 127 came out with a few more talks with Trident about coding Commodore 64 trickery. There was a reference to the Amiga Demoscene early on in an interview on Lex Fridman's podcast, where he interviews the HH, the guy behind Ruby on Rails, if you don't know. Turns out he used to be a Demoscener back in the late 80s and early 90s in Denmark, and attended the party and ran a BBS on Amiga and stuff like that. So yeah, interesting little interview there, and good reference to the Demoscene. And speaking of the 90s, Jeenio just released a remastered version of a mixtape that he and Rupor, Data Disruptor, used to play on tape on their cars in the late 90s and early 2000s. The tape was full of tracker music from classics of the mid 90s, and it's just a lovely selection of tracks. Even includes a remix medley by Jeenio himself. So yeah, check that out. Then InversePhase gave a talk at VCF East 2025, introducing people to chiptune music. It's all in English. And M-Range gave a podcast interview introducing people to size coding for MS-DOS, and it's all in Swedish. So I don't know what hell he speaks about besides of the little things that I converted. GliGli just released a tool to convert MIDI and ymVST patches to a working audio format playable on the Atari. So if you have used the ymVST plugin to do some YM sounding tracks before in a modern DAW, you can now convert them to running on the real Atari. That's really cool, I think. And Rootkits released their websqz tool to pack and unpack data for 64 kilobyte intros targeting the browser. They used it on their latest release at Black Valley, which just took place in Norway this past weekend. Quite a few other interesting releases were released there, but not all of them are online just yet, so we'll save that deep dive for next week, along with the promised look at the releases from the Halt Summer in Russia that also just took place. Other upcoming events include the Vamala Party in Finland, the Arok Party in Hungary, Edison in Sweden, Kansas Fest happening in the United States, and a meetup here in Portugal, Momentum number 24. All of these 5 things are happening this coming weekend. Following weekend, we will have a more Demoscene activity throughout Europe, Boom Party in Poland, the Euskal Encounter in Spain, Nordlicht in Germany, Syntax Society Summer in Sweden, and then at the end of the month, we will have Sealy Venture happening in Poland, and Assembly Summer starting off. Also, Pegadata happening in Sweden at the same time. So very packed summer of activity as is usual in the Demoscene. Hope you are planning to attend some demo parties. And that's it for this week's Demoscene report. I hope you found something interesting in this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share the link with a friend, and if you're feeling particularly generous, why not consider supporting me for creating more of these regular reports? You can do so by joining my Patreon at patreon.com/psenough, or just donating me something through PayPal or my Amazon wishlist. Other than that, I hope you're all having a great summer. See you next video. Bye bye everybody. Take care.